today we'll be playing one of my favourite games of all time, Thomas the Great Festival Adventure.
Wake up, all of you! It's festival day!
Hooray! Let's get started!
Not so fast, little Thomas. Are you sure you know what you have to do?
I'm unloading packages at the harbor.
And I'm helping at the festival grounds.
And I'm picking up passengers with Annie and Clarabelle.
Splendid! You're all really useful engines. Thomas is going to take you on a journey all round the island, and you'll be helping him with all the things he has to do to prepare for the festival. Click on Thomas at the bottom of the screen anytime you want to continue the journey. If you want to play a game again, click on the island icon at the bottom of... Click on Thomas when you're ready to start your journey. Click here when you're ready.
Cutscene.
We all have a lot to do.
Well, I worked very hard yesterday and I got tired and dirty. I'm not going to do anything until I'm clean.
I need cleaning and oiling. Me too. And I need more coal. But don't worry, everything will be taken care of in the engine sheds, and then we'll be ready to help with the festival. Hooray!
Welcome to the engine shed. Please, will you help to make sure that the engine... Look for a tool and move your mouse over it. Then, Alt, move the mouse over the tools you need. Welcome to my office.
Go back. I didn't mean to do that.
Click on Thomas to The engine shed is where the oil and coal are checked, and the engines are cleaned. You could help the engineer to get... Can you see the... Move the sponge all over the engine to clean it. Click on the yellow. You. Just click you.
Thank you for making me clean and safe. Now I can be really useful at the festival.
Here's Percy. You could take care of him, or click on the island if you want to do something different. Clean the engine all over with the sponge. Click where... Can you... Look for a tool and move your... See the yellow dot? First class. I couldn't have done a better job myself. Here comes Gordon. Can you get him ready for a busy day? Clean the engine all over with the sponge. The yellow dot. You've all can you just click on you click you pick. First class. I couldn't have done a better job myself. The engines look splendid. Thank you. Your certificate's in your logbook. Click on Thomas to continue.
We'll make the same stupid mistake again.
Gordon is on the turntable because he needs to turn round. Look, Gordon, I don't need a turntable. I can go backwards and forwards by myself. Oh dear, it's getting very windy.
Help! I can't stop! I can't stop!
Poor Gordon. He'll keep on spinning till the wind stops. I'm very glad tank engines don't need turntables. Goodbye, Gordon.
This is terrible. Look at all the rocks that have fallen onto the track. Just fly over the troublesome truck. Well done. Splendid. Splendid.
I'm so glad that's done. Thanks for your help.
My goodness, what a disaster. The rocks from... Just right. Thanks. Just right. Thanks. Well done. You picked just the right place. I agree. That's exactly where it should go. The track's clear again, thanks to you. I'd like you to stay and help. But don't forget, you can click on Thomas anytime. Oh dear, just look what's happened. Rocks from the I agree. That's exactly where it should go. Well done. You picked just the right place. I thought we'd never get all those rocks out of the way. Thanks for all your help. Your certificate's in the logbook.
I'm so thirsty, I don't think I can get to the harbor without more water. Ah, just what I need. A good long drink. I feel as good as new now. I think I could race Henry all round the island.
Goodbye, Thomas.
Well, perhaps not.
This is how you do it without ruining Thomas. I mean, it's still good.
Here we are. Can you? Yes, just right. That one's right. Yes, just right. Oh. Here's Percy. This time the color and the shape of the packages can be different. Click on Cranky when you're ready to begin. Look at the... That's right! Well done! You... That's right! Well done!
Good job! All the packages have been loaded.
Here's Thomas again. Click on Cranky to start loading. You just... Where should... Yes, just right. Yes, that one's right. No, not that. That's right. Well done. Yes, just right. I think that's all for now. You've done a splendid job. Your certificate is in the logbook.
Thomas is getting excited because he can see a tunnel ahead. Now I'm going to have some fun. This is a very long tunnel. Thomas likes to whistle when he goes through long tunnels. Just listen. I really like tunnels, but it's always nice to be back in the sunshine.
Annie and Clarabelle have been waiting such a long time at the station. Please, would you help the passengers to get on? We need 5 passengers. Just click on... Hooray! The passengers are on board. Now we can go. Thanks for your help. Our station is getting very, very busy, and many more people want to travel.
Why not stay and help us?
There are 2 men waiting on the platform. Hooray! The passengers are on board. Now we can go. Thanks for your help. There are very special instructions this time. You'll need to listen very carefully. Can you see the lady and the man who are wearing red? Can you see the lady and the man who are wearing red? They are traveling with their 2 little boys. Click on them. There are more passengers who want to travel.
It's never been so busy. We really needed your help. Thank you. I put your certificate in the logbook. Hello, Harold. Where are you off to? I'm going to pick up some very important passengers and take them to the festival. I'm on my way to the festival, too. You'll have to hurry if you want to get there before me. Oh, no. Once I'm in the air, you'll never catch me. Just you see.
I think you might need.
Not again! Those cows are always escaping. Terrence the tractor will try to catch them. But he needs your help. Use Terrence to herd the... Click on the farmer. He'll close the gate. You and Terrence make a great team. And thanks to you, all the animals are safe. Oh no! Here are some more cows. Use Terrence to catch them, and try to stop him from bumping into anything you see lying around in the field. When you have all the cows in the pen, click on the farmer. The farmer won't close the... Oh no! Don't close the gate before you put all the cows in the pen.
Thank you so much for helping me. I couldn't have done it without you.
I can't believe it. Even more cows have escaped. You've helped before, so I'm sure you know what to do. But I'm warning you, it'll be much more difficult to drive Terrence without bumping into all the things the farmer's left in the field. Click on the farmer when the cows are safely in the pen. All the cows are in. Hurry, hurry! I hope the cows don't get out again, because we really have to go now. There's so much to do. I put your certificate in the logbook.
Thomas is on his way to the festival grounds. Up and down, backwards and forwards, everybody's going to the festival, and they're keeping Annie, Clarabelle, and me very busy. Look at the children on the bridge waving to Thomas. They want to go to the festival too. Go to the station, children. I'll come back for you later.
Can you help Harold put the stalls and rides together in which of these? Click the place where you want it won't fit. I think this is a better spot for that piece. Yes, that's just right. Well done. That's exactly where I would have put it. A good job, well done. I know I can trust you to be really useful. Can you help Harold again, please? Harold's ready to build rides and stalls for the fairground. Click on Harold. When he picks up a piece, just click on the place where it belongs. Look at the pieces. Which of the... Harold is ready to put... I agree. That's exactly where it should go. That's exactly where I would have put it. That's exactly where I would have put it.
We've been a wonderful team. I'd like your help with another job, or you could click on Thomas at the bottom of the screen if you'd like to continue your journey.
building these steps. When you find a place for Harold to put them. That's just the right place for that piece. Well... Yes, that's just right. Well done. Yes, that's just right. Well done. I agree. That's exactly where it should go. These stands are going to be very useful at the festival. Thank you. I've put your certificate in the logbook.
Edward scene.
I don't want to pull troublesome trucks. I'd rather take people to the festival.
Edward's grumbling again. Let's play a trick on him. Yes, when we go down the hill, push as hard as you can.
Don't push, you troublesome trucks. I can't stop.
Poor Edward. The troublesome trucks are really misbehaving.
Surprisingly, he did not do well.
What's happening here? The festival has begun and the musicians are starting to play. Just click around the screen and see what happens. I've already put your certificate on the wall in my office.
Time to go.
Thanks for directing the band at the festival. We've enjoyed your visit, and it would be so nice if you could come back sometime. I want to tell you all... Now, where is Thomas?
Sir, he's taking the last passengers home from the festival. I'm sorry we're late, sir. It's been such a busy day.
Never mind. I'm pleased you're back safely. As I was saying, you've all been really useful, and thanks to your hard work, the festival's been a great success. Now you can have a well-earned rest. The festival was a great success, thanks to your help. If you'd like to help some more, just click in. Please come in. Thomas is here with all his... Click on the color. If you'd like to print this, click on...
No, don't print it.
Thomas is here with all his friends. Click on the one you want to... Click on the color. If you'd like to print this...
Oh, I actually want to print.
Well done. Well done for helping to clean and prepare Thomas first. Well done for help. If you'd...
Mind printing?
Click on Thomas to start your journey round the island, or click somewhere on the island to choose exactly where you want to play. Are you sure you want to quit? If you leave now, I'll save your game for next time. You'd like to stop